Nerf Sharpfire review. Included is the gun, the barrel, the stock, a handful of elite darts, and the instructions. Blaster's a very simple to shoot single shooter that breaks down. Cool marketing thing about this is the fact that it breaks down and you can be all modular like the Retaliator and a bunch of different manners. To get the barrel off, you just pull like that. It doesn't do anything, it doesn't increase performance, and I haven't actually seen a decrease in performance because it's too short to actually do anything. To take the stock off, you push the little button here, and then the stock will remove like that, so you can have a very small pistol without the stock or the barrel. Or you can actually reassemble like this in the forward position, so it looks all goofy, and then actually put the barrel in the stock back here. The stock has a little belt clip here, so if you want to carry this blaster on your hip, on your belt line, you can. This doesn't work as a holster like this because you still have to push this button to get the blaster out, so it's definitely not a quick draw at all. But it is nice if you want to walk around with a blaster on your hip. Operation of the blaster is pretty simple. This gray thing opens up like this, revealing the breech, into which you place a dart like that, and then you shut the breech and you're ready to fire. The prime motion is pretty smooth, however loading the darts into the breech is kind of cumbersome and really not fluid at all. Breeching systems are really great for firearms, airsoft guns, paintball markers, and other things, but keep in mind Nerf guns don't actually take advantage of a barrel system other than homemades with Stefan darts. A longer barrel or a breeching system is not really an advantage, so going slower like that is kind of silly. But the trigger pull is what you would expect, very simple trigger. The grip is pretty small. I have a larger hand, so I think it's very uncomfortable, particularly with the stock. Without the stock, it's manageable, but this bulge is really awkward. And I also think the distance between this part and the trigger, where my webbing sits, is way too close, so it feels very crammed and small. And if you're older than about 6 years old, the stock's going to be too small, so you're going to be all cramped trying to do this if you actually want to look through the iron sights. Show you the blaster firing. $52, $51, $54, duplicate, 54, 55 feet per second. As you can see, the performance is a complete joke. The average for elite blasters right now is about 70 feet per second. This is considerably lower than that, and the performance is visible. You're trying to shoot other people with Nerf guns and they have Nerf guns shooting back at you, you are going to get rocked if you try to use this blaster. The performance is not better, it's actually considerably worse. As far as the range goes, and then add to the fact that you're using a single shot breech and your rate of fire is total garbage. So bottom line, would I recommend this blaster to actually play Nerf with? No, not at all. If you want something to plink around with and walk around and be all modular and change it out, it's a pretty fun little toy to mess around with. But as far as actually being a Nerf blaster rather than a prop or little accessory toy, can't really recommend it. I often get the comment, why are you complaining about the size because you're 23 and a full-size man? I'm allowed to complain because I know a lot of college kids buy Nerf guns for HVZ. If you're an HVZer or not 10 years old, I cannot recommend this. Definitely for smaller kids, it might be more practical. But again, if you're actually trying to compete or actually defeat other humans with Nerf guns, I would not recommend this one at all. Although if Nerf was going for a really weird mix of an NES blaster gun and a Henry survival rifle, they smacked the nail right on the head. That's my review and opinion. Thanks for watching.